I started working in cultural exchange, and that was magic for me.
My name is Zenka, and this week we have a very special guest in the Purpose Lab. This woman's heart is so big, her kindness literally wraps around the world to all sorts of people of all nations, all colors, all economic status, and all purposes. She is making big change, and we're excited to tell her story here. I would be talking about none other than Laura Rose. Her voice is so beautiful. She almost sounds like she's singing when she's talking. And she's left an incredible legacy. And she comments that she's only now finding her purpose. But in her story, you'll see that she's had some incredible opportunities that happened when she really asked for a sign and asked for advice. She thought she was getting over the hill at age 26. And she says, okay, where is my purpose? Where is my passion? Show me, show me. And 2 years later, she met someone that would change her life.
And I looked at this box of files and I thought, that box is kind of a magic box. And if I open it, I can wave my little wand and make some magic happen. And essentially that man hired me with great faith. I mean, I really didn't know what I was doing, but he gave me an opportunity. And I knew that that was what I had been praying for when I was 26. So that was a couple of years later. But I was watching and I was meeting people along the way. And when I met him, it was just like a light bulb went off. And I never looked back.
Remember that it only takes one person to give you that opportunity that you can recognize as the beginning of something huge. Another remarkable thing about this interview, which you will see, is that she was able to remember her dreams. Are any of you guys able to remember your dreams? It's something that is worth learning how to do, whether you ask for it before you go to bed or whether you leave a journal next to your bedside table. In the first dream, she talks about being pushed way outside of her comfort zone.
When I was about 10 years old, I had a dream that I lived in this beautiful cottage, this incredibly beautiful cottage. And it was sort of like, it had a fireplace and it had some half timbering and it was set in a beautiful forest and there were trees and butterflies and flowers everywhere. And one day this knock came on the door and it was this boom, boom, boom. And I was trembling in the dream. And I went to open the door and there was a spirit being there. And the spirit invited me to join it on this sort of magic carpet, this invisible magic carpet. And I knew that I had to go. So I got behind it and I put my arms around him and we took off and we looked down and the house became smaller and smaller and smaller. And I held tighter and tighter as we flew over beautiful scenes of forests and flowers and until the landscape began to change. And I realized that I was over devastation, probably World War II Germany. And I began to cry. And the spirit being said to me, you will have a choice in your life to stay in your beautiful cottage or to go out into the world and make a difference. Traveling opens people to their purpose, to their calling. Moving out of your comfort zone is the number one thing that every one of us can do to have a deeper connection with the world around us. But I believe that we've gone through an evolutionary path over millions and millions of years. And if Homo erectus was part of it and Homo sapien is now where we're at, what's to say that that's the last step? The point is that we are so brilliant, and the only thing that's standing between ourselves and what our true potential is our own inability to believe in what's possible. And I truly believe that we are on the threshold of being extraordinary and bringing the extraordinariness that we have within each of us to a culminating point.
For more, watch the full episode, which will be aired on Monday. Or you can find this story on our podcast, Awaken Your Purpose. To find your passion and purpose, join us at hollowmovement.net/purpose.